Hello everyone and welcome to Doom Bible. If you're a fan of Doom lore and eager to uncover the mysteries of the Doom universe, you're in the right place. I promise to bring you exciting videos exploring everything Doom. Thanks for being here. Chapter 1. Genesis. For Davoth, the god of the Doom universe, what were his true goals and purpose? What technologies did he achieve by creating the Maykrs? How about the Doomslayer? Was his mysterious origin tied to Davoth's ultimate quest for immortality? Let's dive in. In the beginning of our universe, when it was nothing but a cluster of empty galaxies, a powerful being named Davoth emerged from an unknown higher dimension. But he wasn't alone, though a crystal-like ship carrying angelic beings, known as the Wraiths, struck one of the countless planets in this new universe. These Wraiths possessed immense energy, even capable of breathing life into the world. Though it's not confirmed, but it's likely that Davoth harnessed their power for his first grand project, the creation of a heavenly realm called Jikad. In the center of the universe, he created Jikad, and at the peak of it stood the Ingmor Sanctum, the oldest and holiest place in the entire universe. This was where Davoth conducted his experiments to shape his new world, beginning with the capital and holy city of Immora. After extensive effort, he successfully created its inhabitants, marking the birth of Jikad's capital. He cherished his creations deeply. He was satisfied and lived a happy life with them for many years. But there was a tragic flaw. They were not immortal like him. Over time, they grew sick and died, leaving Davoth heartbroken. He couldn't bear to see them suffer, and so he dedicated himself to finding a way to grant them immortality. Despite countless attempts, all of Davoth's efforts to stop the suffering of his people failed. But he refused to give up, knowing that the pursuit of immortality could take eons. To accelerate his research, he conceived a bold plan. He would create a race of beings with incredibly fast learning abilities. These creatures would have a collective consciousness. Each time one of them learned something new, the knowledge would instantly be shared with the others. Davoth believed that this would dramatically shorten the time needed to uncover the secrets of eternal life. What he didn't realize, however, was that this plan, which seemed like the first step toward salvation, would ultimately lead to his downfall. This new race of creatures Davoth decided to create were called the Maykrs. He began by crafting their leader, their deity, the most powerful being Davoth ever brought into existence. An angelic, godlike figure who would come to be known as the Father. Although the Father wasn't immortal at the time, he was Davoth's greatest creation, and ironically, he would soon become the one to take everything from Davoth himself. After creating the Father, Davoth then shaped the rest of the Maykrs, including one we all recognize, Samur Maykr. Under the Father's leadership, the Maykrs were given a singular purpose: to uncover the secrets of immortality. During this time, the realm of Urdak was created and established as the home of the Maykrs, serving as their research and development division. From there, they pursued their mission of unraveling the mysteries of immortality. The Maykrs were an extraordinary kind of being, possessing several unique abilities. They could instantly teleport between dimensions, though Davoth may have had this power as well. Their minds and wills were all connected to the Father. While they lived for extended periods, they were not immune to a process known as transfiguration, a slow degradation of their will and minds, leading to corruption. When one Maykr passed, a new one could be born to continue their work, inheriting all the memories and knowledge of those who came before. Now let's move forward. With the Maykrs fully focused on their research, A new era of prosperity began, bringing technological advancements to both Jikad and Urdak. It's possible that during this time, the Maykrs created other worlds and even lesser gods as part of their quest to create immortal beings. Some of these realms and gods would eventually be deemed failures and sealed away. As the years passed, the Maykrs achieved two of their most significant milestones. First, they created the Luminarium, the second holiest place in existence, a sacred ground where no harm or injury could occur. Second, within the Luminarium, they developed the life sphere, a method to store the memories, will, and consciousness of a being, allowing them to recreate their body from this sphere. Although it was not explicitly mentioned in the Codex, but it's likely that these achievements were steps toward Davoth's ultimate goal of achieving immortality for the people of Jikad. Sadly, the technologies developed within the Luminarium weren't enough. The sacred grounds did not prevent death, and only a few powerful beings managed to survive the process of being reborn through the life spheres. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. This is a complete theory, not officially mentioned in any Doom game. However, it aligns with historical facts and answers key questions, particularly about the origins of the Doomslayer and the idea that he and Davoth are 100% identical beings. Before Davoth created the Maykrs, he and a group of loyalists embarked on a secret, highly dangerous experiment, one that could result in creating a true immortal being. The project was called Project Eternal. Its goal was simple in concept, but monumental in execution. Using Davoth's genetic code, blended with dark magic, to replicate his immortality. In essence, a second Davoth, one who could live eternally, just as he did. But the project quickly encountered a fundamental paradox. When they attempted to create an exact duplicate of Davoth, the process worked, but too well. The result would be a being identical in power and mind to Davoth himself, a perfect rival, rather than a normal being. If such an entity came to exist, it could challenge Davoth's dominion, creating an unending struggle between them. On the other hand, if they altered the new being's identity, giving it independent thoughts and a unique will, the experiment failed. Without being a perfect copy of Davoth, true immortality could not be achieved. This flaw doomed the project. Creating another Davoth meant creating competition, but making something different meant failure. Faced with the risks, the project was shut down, its records buried, and its knowledge hidden from all but Davoth's most trusted followers. Yet even in failure, Project Eternal was not forgotten. Centuries later, figures like the Father and Samur would uncover fragments of its existence. They understood its potential, but not the method behind it. What they learned, intentionally or not, would echo into the fate of the Doomslayer himself. Project Eternal remained buried in forgotten records until the day it resurfaced once more. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the mysterious truth that led this universe to its tragic downfall and reveal the evidence of the true secret of immortality that Davoth desperately sought. Stay tuned, as we'll explore it all in the upcoming chapter, The Original Sin.